Hi. Oh, we are in a new location. I figured it's time for another sit-down chat about the wedding, but let's switch it up. Let's not sit at the dining table anymore. I'm tired of talking to you guys there. It's so serious. This is definitely more comfortable for me. I'm just sitting on the ground here and can lean on my couch, very comfy. But today's chit chat is about wedding theme and aesthetic. So rewinding, I just spoke to you about DIYing your engagement shoot, and you also saw some videos of those Sonoma wedding venue options that we were considering. After you have picked out your venue and your date and your time and you've got that all held, it's important to start honing in on a couple words to describe your wedding to give you a good theme and a good aesthetic to follow. It will be helpful for yourself because you'll know how to pick your dress and you'll have a better idea of how to explain your wedding to your vendor so that they can create the best wedding for you and also for your guests, because they'll be able to pick up on the vibe and pick out the right attire and everyone's gonna be happy. I don't want to give too much away. I need to obviously keep some things for us to be revealed on the big day. But I'll definitely be dropping some, tidbits of what our wedding will actually, in fact, look like. But let's talk about, inspo, colors, decor, overall vibe. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing to do is to find inspiration. For me, obviously, I always go to Pinterest. I feel like most people do. Our ceremony and reception space is the same space. It'll be flipped during the cocktail hour. And it is this gorgeous green manicured lawn that is surrounded by these stone buildings on either side. And then there's rose bushes around the perimeter, and then there are string lights above. From certain vantage points in this venue, it gives me Italian summer wedding vibes. And you know, the wedding will be in late August, so it is the last bit of summer, and that is the best time to actually visit the Bay Area. So a couple words that I would use to describe our wedding would be romantic, destination, classic and timeless. Mostly classic and timeless is because I don't want to do anything that is too trendy. I'm actually really afraid of looking back at my wedding photos years from now and just being like, why did I do this or that? Because it was just so popular that one year. Another thing to consider are there any personal elements influencing your theme? So what does this venue and this location and this place mean to you? What season are you getting married in? What's your overall style in general? And is there anything sentimental that you're bringing to this wedding that can tie into the theme and the aesthetic? And for us, we love Sonoma. We love going up there on any random weekend that we can when the weather's great. And it was one of our first date locations, and a lot of our family actually haven't been able to explore wine country, so it was kind of our way of forcing all of our family and friends to come spend a weekend in wine country with us. Also, the late summertime is the best time to visit wine country because the vines on the vineyard are full of grape. Like, the grapes are fully grown at this point and they're about to be harvested, and it's just incredible to see in general. So I'm so excited for people to be able to experience it with us. So let's talk about color palette and decor ideas. When I started to draw up my color palette, I feel like I based it all around the florals because I don't know, for some reason, in my head, florals are one of the most important style items of your wedding. It tells everything about you, the bouquet that you're holding and your table display for the reception, and not to mention the altar and the aisle. At first, I was so dead set on only having creams and white florals, but after thinking about wine country, I decided that actually, red wine is a great color to incorporate because you get that pop of a deep red, and it's a nod to wine country. With all of that said, colors of the wedding are green because, you know, the stems of the florals, the beautiful manicured lawn that we're gonna be on, the green grapes, the creams from the dress, from the flowers, deep red for the red wine, and also different shades of yellow because if you think of sunset in the summer, and the stone buildings create a very warm feel, and I just think that with the greens and the creams and you throw in a little bit of yellow shades, I think it's just perfect. So those are all the colors that we're drawing from for our wedding. I'm actually really excited to work with my florist. Her name is Alicia, and her floral shop is called Casa V Florals. She's incredible. We're actually going to do a workshopping day where me, her, and my event planner, Alex, we're all gonna get together and workshop the tablescape design. So I'm really excited to be involved. I cannot wait to kind of like play around that day and, you know, dream it up. So I highly suggest, you know, if your florist will let you do that, you should absolutely workshop your, you know, your tablescape. Also, another reason to highlight your aesthetic and your theme to everyone is because giving your guests a clearer idea of how you envision your wedding and what you want to see them wear, it'll give you a higher chance of being blown away and so happy with everyone's outfits. Not that that is what matters, but you know, it will just create such a seamless and cohesive and beautiful night. So I'm planning to be one of those brides that creates like a Pinterest board for the guests of like, hey, this is what I have in mind for you. Like, I'm gonna give them the attire definition, which is technically cocktail, but maybe more specifically, it's summer cocktail. It could potentially be really hot that day, so I don't want people to wear heavy fabrics. I want them to, you know, they can wear a linen suit if they want to, and just make sure that you're not overheating, but also play into the colors and, you know, just have fun with me on this day. So I'm very excited to put that Pinterest together for my guests and to put a couple maybe like helpful words that describe the attire on our wedding website to give people just a clear vision of how to dress. And with that, I feel like that wraps up the theme and aesthetic chat. There's so much more happening that I'm excited to share with you, like the vendor selection, my bachelorette, my beauty and wellness prep ahead of the wedding, and I'm really excited to film this. I'm trying to be cognizant of not giving away too much, but also at the same time being helpful and open and sharing my life. So it's a fine line to dance, but I'm willing to do the dancing. So thank you for watching, and I cannot wait to catch you up in the near future.